Some things are just overpriced because sometimes you're just paying for marketing, logos, or just insane markups. But these days, it's so easy to find affordable alternatives to designer or just expensive brands. So I've rounded up some cheap items that are still insanely good quality. Some items are going to be dupes to expensive brands, or some of these are just really well-made products, especially for the price. That way, you don't have to sacrifice any quality for a more affordable price. And as always, everything is going to be linked down below in case you're interested. Starting with linen trousers. Since we're headed into the summer, it only makes sense that you should be looking into linen trousers. This is by far the best material to wear in the hot weather, and let's be real, they just make any outfit look so much better. However, since most brands charge an arm and a leg, it took a while to find one with a good price. Like my go-to spot, Abercrombie. These are still retailing for 85 bucks. And then there's some brands like Buck Mason who sell them for well above 150. And I was going to pull the trigger on those Abercrombie ones. I came across these ones from Banana Republic Factory. Keyword factory. Shopping at factory stores is so underrated. You can get some really nice pieces for next to nothing, at least compared to normal brands. At checkout, you can find these for only 48 bucks. They come in a slim straight fit and a few color options, but I went with the olive green and I absolutely love these. Just keep in mind, these aren't 100% linen. In fact, they are 55% linen and 45% cotton. So you are sacrificing full linen trousers, but at least you're not getting any synthetic materials. I think the more you can stay away from synthetics, especially in clothing, I think the better. In my opinion, that makes it absolutely worth the money. And for 48 bucks, it's hard to find anything better. Okay, second thing is gonna be jewelry. This is probably the hardest thing to find for an affordable price because you really can't replicate the actual materials or the weight of the product. But instead of getting real solid gold, you have quite a bit of options. First one being is plated. Places like Crafted London, they sell really nice gold plated items for a fraction of the price of solid gold jewelry. If you don't know what plated is, it's essentially other materials that were dipped into gold. So that way you still have real gold. It's not gonna turn your neck green and it's not gonna fade. Think of it as the thinnest layer of gold that you could possibly have on top of other materials like stainless steel or sometimes silver. One of the best dupes that I saw is instead of buying this one from Cartier, it's literally just a string with a little bit of gold in there that retails for about $1,000, which is already insane. This one from Majuri looks practically identical. Without the gold, you're just getting 925 silver, and this one only costs about $85. It looks very designer, very expensive, but for less than $100. I think that's a great deal. If you still want gold, the next option is going to be hollow gold. So instead of getting solid gold pieces for thousands of dollars, you're pretty much just going to get a hollowed out version. This is still cheaper than solid gold. However, because gold already is somewhat flimsy as is, once it's hollowed out, it becomes even more fragile. So in my opinion, I would kind of stay away from these, especially for the price. Third option is actually what I recommend, which is solid 925 silver. 925 silver or sterling silver, which is the same thing. This is going to be the most durable piece of jewelry that you could buy. And of course, if you're going to be spending a lot of money, then you might as well buy something that is going to last a long time, something durable. And I think 925 silver is probably the best option. My go-to for this one is Lupin. These range from anywhere between $200 to $400 depending on which piece you get, but I honestly just love their designs. And although it's not dirt cheap, it is something that's going to last a long time. And again, in comparison to gold jewelry, you're going to be saving a lot of money, and in my opinion, it looks just as good. All right, the next item are going to be sunglasses. I still cannot believe how expensive sunglasses can get, especially because there is no argument here. Really, anything above 250 bucks is just not worth the money with sunglasses. There is only so many materials that can go behind sunglasses, so it's absurd when brands are charging hundreds of dollars for this. I don't know when's the last time you went into a sunglass hut, but the brands that they retail are just insane. Even Ray-Ban is already pushing it for me, and I do love my Club Masters, but there are way more affordable options. For example, the Noah polarized glasses from Quince only retail for $50. I've had these for over a year now and they still look brand new. They still fit my face perfectly. They're nice and snug. They feel so premium, yet it didn't cost a premium price tag. And just as a quick comparison, look at these ones that I have from Burberry, which I bought when I was younger. There's no way I'm buying anything like that ever again. I think I bought these for around 300 bucks while they were on sale. I don't even know what full retail was. These things suck. They immediately lost its shape. They ended up getting stretched out, so now they always just fall off my face. These did not come polarized. Pretty much, I just got scammed. And again, it was all because I just fell into the marketing. First of all, I thought the more expensive meant the more premium. It did not. And then second of all, I thought I would look so cool in Burberry sunglasses. But yeah, considering nowadays there are just so many options for premium sunglasses for fractions of the price, I think this is a no-brainer the next time you want to pick up some sunglasses. Now, no matter how big or small the purchase is, it is so important that you track all of your spending and follow a budget. I cannot stress how good it feels to be able to buy everything that you want while not going into debt and seeing your savings account just go up. And as somebody who has multiple cards and multiple accounts, it was pretty overwhelming trying to follow a budget just by by myself until late last year when I came across Monarch, and since then it has been so easy to follow a budget and stay on top of my finances. So in partnership with Monarch, let me show you how to actually follow a budget. First of all, if you've never heard of Monarch Money, this is an ad-free personal finance tool that automatically tracks all your expenses and spending. All you have to do is sign up, connect all the accounts that you want to track, and in one simple dashboard, you're going to be able to see your spending. I created my own categories to exactly what I usually spend money on. And now I get notifications whenever I'm nearing that budget limit. It has been so much easier to stay on top of my financial goals. For example, if you don't have an emergency fund yet, that is something that you have to get on top of. And most guys, because they don't track their spending, they have no idea if they're even making progress to their goal. So if you want to get started with your own financial goals and start your journey today, using this QR code right here, you could start your free trial and then get 50% off your first year. That is an absolute deal. Highly recommend checking them out. Thank you so much to Monarch Money for sponsoring today's video. Okay, next thing is fragrances. Another thing that costs so much money, especially if you don't know where to buy your fragrances. When I was first starting my collection, I would only shop at department stores, which meant I was buying every bottle for full retail, not even knowing that there was another option. So pretty much at minimum, it was $100 all the way up to $350 for niche colognes. Before you say anything, I only have one of those, but because of how much I spent on that, one of them is way too much already. So in order to get the same exact thing for way less, you have a couple options. If you want to stick to the actual brands, maybe you just don't trust dupes, you can find these at discount retailers. These are places that sell authentic bottles for cheaper, usually because these places buy their inventory from overstock. For example, maybe Macy's didn't sell enough of YSL myself. Places like Joma Shop are going to buy their inventory for way less. Point is, these places sell authentic bottles for way cheaper. Honestly, only downside to this one is you're never going to find new releases, but if you could stay patient, then you are going to save a ton of money. For example, Ramirez H24. I love this fragrance. I remember last year I went to Sephora and I was about to spend $110 on this, which is already insane. But recently I checked out Joma Shop and I bought it for only $40. That is well over $60 that I saved, all because now I know exactly where to shop. The second option is going to be dupes. First of all, there's a huge difference between dupes and knockoffs. Dupe fragrances or clone fragrances, these are fragrance houses that literally specialize in mimicking designer or niche colognes. Maybe they might sacrifice ingredients, but you are getting the same exact smelling cologne for way cheaper. And these days, they are pretty much one-to-one. Some people say that the clones last a little bit longer, depending on which ones you get. Recently, instead of buying Parfums de Marly Greenly, which is another $350 fragrance, I got Lataffa Sheriff. Everyone online says this one is one-to-one, and when I smelled the one from Parfums de Marly at Nordstrom, I honestly cannot tell a difference. The projection is strong, it lasts pretty much all day, and it's a perfect fragrance for the summer. Another example is instead of buying Virgin Island from Creed, which retails for above $300, I got Aquatica from Rayhan. This one I bought for $27. Everyone online went crazy for this one because it smells just as good and lasts just as long as the original bottle from Creed. And I only bought this one for $27. Dupe fragrances you can buy on Amazon or places like Joma Shop. Again, all the links for everything is going to be in the description in case you are interested. Okay, now I want to go over some home options that are affordable and look just as good as expensive brands. Because lately, I've been loving interior design, but let me tell you, furniture is crazy expensive. First of all, I want to talk about my couch. I spent forever looking for a good couch because in all honesty, since this is such a big piece in your living room, it's honestly probably the most important. And I really think that the silhouette of the couch makes or breaks how good your apartment looks. Originally, I fell in love with this one from Castlery, but my God, this one is over $3,000. That is insane. It took me a while, but the couch that I went with and had for coming up on a year now is this one from Wayfair. This is a 4-piece sectional couch, including the ottoman. It has this white wool look. It's obviously not real wool because this one was only $750. And I say only because I know that's a lot of money, but if you've ever looked into home decor, you will know it is so hard to find a couch for less than $1,000, especially one that actually looks good. And this one is surprisingly comfortable. So I'm really glad that I found this one because it looks really good in my living room. And by buying this one, I saved myself over $2,500. All right, next thing is a shoe cabinet. This is easily one of the best items I bought for my apartment. Pretty much entryway storage, and these shoe cabinets, they carry up to 16 shoes. It also has this beautiful brown wood finish. This thing looks so good in my apartment. And originally, the shoe cabinet that I first came across was this one from Ernest, coming in at a whopping $1,000. Once I saw that, I immediately knew I was not going to drop that much money on shoe storage. But again, looking at Wayfair, and I'm telling you right now, Wayfair is so goated. If you're just moving into your first apartment, I highly recommend them. But I found this shoe storage for about $100. That is literally 10% of the one from Ernest, which is so insane. I will say this one is on sale. In fact, right now it's 48% off. So again, if you're interested in anything, that is going to be linked right here in the video. video. Oh, and by the way, all my shoes are size 9 to 9.5, and they do fit a little bit snug. So if your shoe size is over 10.5, maybe I would look for something different. But if you're around my shoe size, then you should be good. Next thing is a wallet, which is probably the first upgrade that I recommend to every guy, because if you're still using a cheap, bulky wallet, it just doesn't look good. Slim card holders are the move. And this is something that you can get for a pretty cheap price, and it looks so expensive despite the fact that you could find these for way cheaper. If you have a budget for less than $100, highly recommend Quince again. This Italian hand-woven leather card holder looks so good. In fact, this one was designed to mimic this one from Bottega, which comes in at $750. I actually don't own this one, but I've yet to have anything that I didn't like from Quince, not to glaze them too much. Now, for a little bit more money, I actually recommend this one from Grams 28. This one is actually my next pickup. I'm so excited to buy this. This is the Grams 28 fold-out wallet. For only $68, you were getting Italian pebbled bovine leather. After looking it up, it's actually top grain leather. And if you know anything about leather, that's actually the second highest tier of leather that you could get on the market. Because most cheap leather items, those are going to be genuine leather, meaning the most bottom tier leather, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But as far as wallets goes, for only $68 to get this kind of craftsmanship, I think is definitely worth the money. The next thing are going to be supplements. I am huge into taking the right supplements. Since I'm the kind of guy to always be on top of my supplements, I was spending hundreds of dollars on multiple different pills. So it was really inconvenient. And one purchase that has actually saved me money is this mineral formula, because it has all the magnesium, all the daily sodium that I need, potassium, pretty much every essential mineral, and actually dosed properly, because most brands that are an all-in-one are just severely underdosed. I take a scoop of this every morning, and let me tell you, it's been a game changer. Highly recommend checking this out if you're into supplements yourself. Okay, now let's talk about coffee glasses. I know it's a little bit random, but having really good coffee glasses is honestly just a little luxury. Not only do they look so much cooler, but these ones from Fleur actually serve a purpose. Apparently, these are made from the same material that chemical labs use, so it could withstand a lot of heat and fast temperature changes. Lately, I've been making a lot of iced coffee, and I've been loving having these because there's no risk of breaking them. And because these are double walled, it has no condensation, because yeah, before this, there was always water rings, and I can still see some on my desk and on my side table, and I definitely hate that. So the fact that these don't do that, I think is already money well spent. Okay, next item is gonna be a carry-on suitcase. This is another thing that can get crazy expensive. We've all heard of Rimowa, but the fact that those are $1,500, I don't care what material that is so expensive. And you can get similar ones ranging from $600. However, even me, there's no way I'm spending $600 on a suitcase. That is insane. In my opinion, the sweet spot is $250 to $350. Sure, you can get cheaper, but since I travel around with computers and pretty expensive things, I am not once going to risk that on a cheap suitcase. For over a year now, my go-to is this one from Away. This has features to make packing easier. Sometimes I even sit on this thing so it could withstand my body weight. Granted, I really don't weigh that much. But yeah, as far as carry-on goes, I think Away is the GOAT. Highly recommend checking them out. If you want to see some items that cost less than $100 that'll actually improve your life, make sure to check out this video right here.